I want 5G and even 6G technology in the United States as soon as possible. It is far more powerful, faster, and smarter than the current standard. American companies must step up their efforts or get left behind. There is no reason that we should be lagging behind on something that is so obviously the future. I want the United States to win through competition, not by blocking out currently more advanced technologies. We must always be the leader in everything we do, especially when it comes to the very exciting world of technology. Today is February the 21st, 2019. And that is what the President of the United States wants everyone to know today, that he is all in on 5G. Now, if you are hearing about this for the first time and you're wondering, well, what's the big deal? There are several issues here, and the first one I'm going to cover is health. 5G utilizes millimeter wave technology. Millimeter wave technology was invented by the US military and was deployed in the Iraq War. These same millimeter waves are what are used in the TSA body scanners at airports across America. And wouldn't you know it, TSA employees are far more likely to come down with cancer than any other federal employee, and it's due to their overexposure of millimeter waves. Now think about this. It takes years of every day standing next to a millimeter wave body scanner to come down with cancer. But if you bring 5G into your home, it's going to be as if you were living in a TSA body scanner. Think of how much quicker you'll come down with cancer. But Donald Trump calls for American dominance in 5G wireless technology. President Donald Trump utilized Twitter on Thursday to urge American companies to move forward in the race for 5G wireless technology. Trump commented on the emerging technology after Senator Marco Rubio told Breitbart News in an interview that it was essential to the future of American dominance of the digital economy. So Marco Rubio wants this. That should be your first big red flag. The reason why 5G is so critical is that a large number of the technologies and industry in the 21st century will be dependent on 5G. Smart roads, driverless vehicles, the Internet of Things, additive manufacturing where you can make things through 3D printing, Rubio said. Trump, it appears, agreed. Smart roads, driverless vehicles, the Internet of Things, all things we don't need. Do you know what a smart road is? A smart road digitally syncs up with your driverless vehicle, and he who controls the smart road controls where your vehicle goes, because they want to take away your freedom and your ability to go where you want, when you want. And let's talk about the Internet of Things. 5G will usher in the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is where everything is connected to the Internet. And here's what that looks like in real life.
Computer, order pizza.
Of course, Daniel.
Fridge, weather.
Clear skies at 75.
Trash can, turn on the TV.
My pleasure.
Ice dispenser, find me a dog sitter.
Okay.
And make ice.
Pizza delivered. What's happened to my son?
I think that's just what people are like now. I mean, with Progressive, you can quote your insurance on just about any device, even on social media. You'll be fine.
Really?
I don't know.
So that's the Internet of Things, where everything is listening to you. This is 1984 on steroids. These people want to know your every movement, your every thought, and everything you are saying out loud in your home. Rubio expressed concern that China was positioning itself as the leader in 5G technology by forcing its way into the market with government-backed companies offering cheaper infrastructure. So, we have to enslave our population because China. Well, let's see what China is doing right now with technology. China's social credit system shows its teeth, banning millions from taking flights, trains. This is the world model for technological tyranny. China is the great technocracy. But President Donald Trump and Senator Marco Rubio, they say we must be the first to deploy 5G because China. How about we don't act like China and act more like America and try to keep as much of our freedom as possible? And so what if China deploys 5G first? Let them kill and enslave their population. I want to live and be free. You know, the one thing I find most odd about this is how the forever Trumpers say Trump is the greatest president of all time. Because he says Merry Christmas, and he calls CNN fake news. They also love telling us how Latino and Black unemployment is at record lows, but never make any mention of the majority population's unemployment. Well, your greatest president of all time is giving us 5G. And 5G is giving us automation. And there are stories all over the place telling us how tens of millions of Americans are going to lose their job as a result of automation. Now, have you noticed how this robot looks really friendly? This is how they are rolling out the robots. They are making them look as friendly and innocent as possible. Kind of like someone else we all know. You know who else comes off as friendly and innocent? Donald Trump, and he's giving us 5G. You know, you would all be losing your shit right now if Hillary Clinton was the president and was deploying 5G. You'd say she's trying to kill us. This is why Donald Trump was installed. He was installed to pacify the right, who had 8 years of anger built up over Obama. Now the forever Trumpers turn a blind eye to this important issue because their champion is the one pushing it forward. I'm not going to speculate as to why Trump is doing this. But what I know is that Trump has surrounded himself with the worst people possible. And surprise, surprise, those people are constantly giving him bad advice. One thing I always hear from the forever Trumpers is how the Democrats and the courts are stopping Trump's every move. Well, guess what? The Democrats and the courts aren't filing any lawsuits to stop 5G. I want you to think about that.